Hey YouTube, welcome back. I want to talk to you guys today about how to make your income go up double, triple, or even quadruple what it is right now. All it's going to take is for some good decisions, smart choices, and everything else. What I'm going to talk to you guys today about is for the people in their late teens to early to mid 20s that are single, maybe you have a wife or no kids or nothing like that. But this is based on one bedroom or efficiency apartments. Now, you guys know that I used to live in Colorado, hence NOCO Prepper. But we were paying $1,200 for a two-bedroom apartment or a two-bedroom condo when we moved. Our utilities were about the same as they are here when we moved to Iowa. But I want to have you guys take a look at a few prices. $12.95, $12.25, $16.50. There's an old house right here. That's $8.95, but your utilities are going to be up because it's an older house. And it's a house, it's not an apartment, so you don't have heat coming up from the bottom, and you don't have heat coming up or coming down from the top floor. So your utilities are going to be a little bit more. That's the different things. But this is from Colorado. I mean, you can see everything is $1,100, $1,200, $625 for Nebraska. Hey, imagine that, not Colorado. But here, let me take a look at a little town from us, not very far from us, about 30 miles, Mason City, Iowa. Here's the prices here: $285, $575, $210 for that trailer house, $430 for the apartment complex. I mean, the prices are pretty reasonable cheap out here, but they go pretty fast. But what I did was I pulled up a little thing that I made and explaining this a little bit more in detail. This is again based off of one person or a one bedroom or efficiency apartment. Colorado, $1,000 for rent, $100 for electric, $75 for gas, $50 for water and sewer. The water and sewer don't usually go up. The gas bill might go up depending on the season, and same thing with your electric, depending on what kind of utilities or what kind of appliances you carry. If a hot water heater takes up a lot, air conditioning, central air, stuff like that. But now take a look at these Iowa prices. Your rent and mortgage is $400. Your electric is $100. Gas, they're all pretty much the same. Even though I'm comparing a couple states, the prices on utilities are pretty close to the same. Now, let's say if you live in northern Minnesota, like where I grew up, your utilities are going to be a little bit higher. Same thing if you live down south. During the wintertime, your utilities are going to be a lot lower, but in the summertime, they're going to be a lot higher. So you have to do some research and everything else. I'm doing an income-based thing. The standard price for minimum wage right now, even though it says some places are $12-13, some states are approved it, and some of them are still $7.35, I think, or $7.50, whatever it is. But the base price is usually right around $10 an hour. This is non-taxed, but $10 an hour, 40 hours a week, $400, $1,600 a month. So if you go to Colorado, you have a $1,600 a month take home without taxed, and you pay $12.25 for rent and utilities. You just can't afford it. I mean, you just can't being a single person. $375 is what you're left over for the month after expenses. Take that divided by 160 hours worked. It leaves you $2.34. So you're making $10 an hour, but you're only bringing home $2.34. What the hell is that? I mean, who can really make it? Iowa, $1,600 a month, same. $625 for rent and utilities, $9.75 after expenses paid. You're still only making $6.09 an hour. So you're spending a lot of money on this stuff. And one of the things I want to talk about is in Colorado. This is kind of a digression, but I moved there from Minnesota in '97, and the prices were just as reasonable out there as they were in Iowa. Let's say for today's terms, I mean, I remember renting a house for $450 out there, or an apartment for 450. It was a 2-bedroom apartment. But then they changed the medicinal use of marijuana, and this is nothing. This isn't a big old rant or rave about marijuana. But then after they became medicinal use, the prices went up. After they became recreational use, it's gone up and up and up. Like I said before, we moved that from Colorado back in 2014, December 2014, and we were paying $1,200 for a 2-bedroom condo. I couldn't even imagine what they pay now for them. But then we decided to move out to Iowa. We rented a house at first, and we saved up our money. We didn't really save up our money at all because we were still trying to catch up from being poor, if that makes sense to anybody. But what we did was we decided to move off the grid, get a house, get some land, and everything else. So now our bills are $0 for rent or mortgage. Our electric bill is $0. Now, finally, since we put the solar panels up, we're really seeing an increase on the amount of money that we save from putting our solar panels up. That was a complete game changer. Our gas to heat our house, well, we use a wood stove. And there will be some people from the left that might say that wood-burning stoves create a lot of carbon dioxide and a lot of VOCs and stuff like that. But wood stoves of today are not like the ones previous past. They are EPA regulated, so I do burn a lot of the VOCs out. Volatile organic compounds, that's what VOC stands for, guys. And in our water and sewer, since we do a composting system, and our water is brought in by jugs of water from our friend's house or by work and stuff like that. But that still costs us a little bit of money, but we're bringing all these things down. And it takes some time bringing all this stuff down. But our total expenses will be $0. So even though up here, $609, everybody, you take home pay, we can bring that down even higher. So, or bring it up even higher because we're not paying anything. And that was our goal. And our goal also is with our fruit trees and our garden and everything else, even more self-sufficiency. So that's just the prices that we're looking at, guys. One of the things I wanted to also share with you is when I was working in the ethanol field management, one of my upper bosses made us all the other managers, when I was operations supervisor, they made us all read this book, Who Moved My Chese, by Dr. Johnson. It's a really good book, and it's about a mouse, a couple of mice that lived in this maze or whatnot, and a couple of the mice kept on getting fed all the time like royalty in this one area, so they would always sit there. And finally, the cheese started going away slowly, and finally it was gone. And then the one mouse sat there in the same exact spot and just waited. Well, maybe if I just wait a little bit longer, maybe if I wait just a little bit longer, everything will clear up. And it never did. But the guys who did this experiment moved the cheese to another area, and there was other mice that went and found the cheese. And then at the end of the book, the mouse comes back and he's like, well, why don't you come over here? Well, they're going to bring back my cheese. They're going to bring back my cheese. And he's like, no, dude, you got to move over here. That's my whole point of this. It's a great book to read. And there's a audio book on us, Who Moved My Chese. I'll put this link in the description below when I upload this video. And it's a good read. I mean, it really is. Might make you think of things that you can do differently just by making a couple decisions. I'm not saying for everybody to go off the grid and to do things like that, like what we're doing. But if you want to move and make more money, it's very, very simple. I mean, you're gonna have to move away from your maybe your family. Maybe you moved out there just to get high or something like that for Colorado. I don't know. I mean, I'm not making fun of anybody, but just being honest. But maybe this is something to think about, though, guys. If you guys want to make that $15 an hour and you're not making it and stuff like that. I understand the beautifulness of Colorado. I mean, just take a look at these pictures of how beautiful these are, and you take a look at some of the old stuff. But I'm going to tell you guys, the old stuff will be torn down and rebuilt with new stuff if you guys want to. And that's essentially what we're doing on our lot. We tore down all the trees, removing the old house that we bought with the property. I mean, we're turning it into essentially little Colorado, making it look all nice and pretty, but living out here, well, it's still cheap. And I can hear it right now with people. People would say, your price of housing out here, people are going to pay you more per hour than they would living out here because the wages are down. Wrong. Wages are still the same wherever you go. And I'm not talking about a person who has a college education or somebody has a successful business and stuff like that. Those people, I mean, you're still going to be paying a lot of money though if you want to live out here. So why spend the money living out here when it's going to go absolutely nowhere except the uppers, like the elites? Everybody's complaining about the wage gap between the small and or the income gap between the elites and the middle class. Well, this is how you kind of stick it to them. And if you really want to stick it to them, do this. This is where it sticks it all to them, right in here. Because then you don't pay your electric bills no more. And you don't have a gas bill. You don't have a water and sewer bill. And your rent and your mortgage. 30-year mortgage. Who's to say you're going to have a job, the same job you have in 30 years? But I digress. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and do so. I can make more videos on somewhat like this and tell you guys exactly how we did it for the price that... Because when we moved out to Iowa, we weren't making a lot of money, guys. We did this on a paycheck to paycheck budget, and I mean it was okay and stuff. But my mouse froze up. Well, there it is. But let me take a look real fast. I'm going to show you guys kind of what I'm talking about. A lot. Come on, you stupid thing. These are all lot or New Mexico land. Yeah, I wouldn't move there. So many things. There's usually some lots. But I'll make another video, guys. Showing you guys where you guys can get some property and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like the video if you want. That's way too expensive. $26,300. That's way expensive. We spent $400 on our property, and the one right next to us, we spent $3,000. So there's a lot of deals out there, guys. Thanks for watching. You have a great day. Bye bye.